I'm here in Medjugorje in front of Radio Maria, and I'm with, what's your name?
My name is Monique.
Where are you from?
France.
From France.
Yes.
Super, Monique. Happy birthday. I heard your birthday was yesterday,
yes,
no?
well, yesterday, the Gospel invited me for my birthday yesterday,
To come in.
29,
Mhm.
and I received a very big gift. You know why?
Why?
Because
Yeah.
I meet some people from Switzerland,
Yeah.
and they told me
Uh-huh.
to go to. No, I tell them to go to Somanchi. You know what is
Yes.
Somanchi?
The
story
Divine
of
Mercy
Somanchi,
Chaplet.
Divine Mercy, where the relic of Saint Jean Paul II
Yeah.
and Saint Faustin.
Yeah.
So I tell them to go there because it was very important.
Uh-huh.
And they came back and they told me, Monique, you know, the 29th is the birthday of the miraculous of the Divine Mercy. I say, yes, I
Wow.
don't know that. So I have to go. So we go with my friend, two friends from married,
Yeah.
my brothers.
Yeah.
And we go to Somanchi for the birthday
Yeah.
of my birthday and the birthday of the Divine Mercy, you know, in Somanchi. So
Wow.
it was unbelievable, you know.
How beautiful.
Yes,
And-
you know, we can see the story in Somanchi in YouTube.
Exactly.
No, not in YouTube, in
But I think
Google.
great, yeah, we see
The
here.
story, very nice story. That's miraculous. Make, I don't know if it's a beatification or canonization of Jean Paul II, because
Yeah.
Jean Paul II was, so the man was very sick. He was in a chair, on chair. He was angry because he was very sick. And then he was in a pilgrimage in Rome.
Uh-huh.
And he saw the Pope, Jean Paul II, and then they asked, he talked with them, and he said, you have to go to see one icon of the Divine Mercy, and he doesn't want to go. And to the end, I don't know exactly the story in English because I'm French.
That's good.
To the end, he go to see this peinture, I don't know how to say it, in peinture.
This painting.
Painting, yes.
Yeah.
And he was so angry, he said, Jesus, why I have like this? So he was very angry. And the story I heard, Jesus asked, go outside of the
Picture.
and he said, you have to wake up and walk. And that's happened. And Jean Paul II, no, he was in an armchair. So that's, I think, it was
That's the miracle, no? The guy went out of the wheelchair. Jesus
So
came
that's-
out of that picture
yes,
and said, stand up, no?
yes, and he started, and he walked.
That's a miracle here in Medjugorje happening.
In Somanchi,
No, in Somanchi
in the front
happened.
of the Divine Mercy.
Exactly.
And the painting now is in Somanchi, the village.
Uh-huh.
And there is a relic of Jean Paul II and Saint Faustin, the apostle.
So we say everybody who comes to Medjugorje has to go to Somanchi to the chapel,
Yes,
no?
it's, you have to know that.
You have to know that when you're in Medjugorje. And how is Medjugorje for you? What happened for
me,
you in
it's my
Medjugorje?
second home. Because I was there in 1990, the first time.
1990,
I was a tourist, yes.
okay.
I was a flight attendant.
Yeah, wow.
Private jet.
Uh-huh.
And then we came in Sarajevo.
Yeah.
And I used to hear Medjugorje by some people. I said, what is Medjugorje?
Yeah.
So I was in Sarajevo.
Uh-huh.
And from Sarajevo, I go to the reception of the hotel and say, do you know where is this place? I say, oh yes, about 3 hours to drive to Medjugorje. I say, so I cannot go because I was a flight attendant,
Uh-huh.
and we have with private people, so anytime they can go and come back, so you cannot move normally.
Uh-huh.
Or you can be free for 1 hour, not more. So I was thinking, I have
Bit
to go.
anxious, yeah?
I said, no, I cannot go. You have to go. No, I cannot go. Yes, no, yes, no.
Uh-huh.
To the end, the guys on the reception said, okay, I see you. You have to go, you feel it. I said, yes, but the problem is my captain who doesn't want, I go not far than 2 or 3 hours. I said, but tomorrow I have day off, I can take you. Oh, super. So I said, first I have to ask my captain because, you know, and at this time we don't have a mobile phone, we have just a beep, you know.
Exactly,
so he
beepers.
said, okay,
Huh?
you can go around the city,
Uh-huh.
and every hours you call the hotel. If the passenger wants to go back, you have to be ready. So I said, okay, no problems. And he said, you have to prepare your suitcase and your uniform in case you go directly to the airport and I can take your luggage. So after that, I said, Mary,
You take
I
care
don't
of the
care.
situation.
Voilà, I go.
Yeah.
And then we go from
Yeah.
Medjugorje at 8 o'clock in the morning. We stop in Mostar.
Uh-huh.
And then we go to Medjugorje in the afternoon. And I say, okay, I call the hotel. Do you know any news? No, no problem, madam. Okay, thank you. So after I say, I don't care. And I go to Medjugorje. And we arrived then, it was in 1990.
Uh-huh.
And October, I remember. And I arrived and I said, okay, so we go first to the church.
Uh-huh.
I bought my first rosary.
Wow.
And then I said to the guys, where is something happened? I want to know. Like a tourist.
Where's the accent? Yeah.
And then we go to the hill, apparitions. And my first impression was, wow, it was a sky, blue sky I never saw. Peaceful, just a few people. And we say we have to go up. So I said, okay, stop the car. And then we start to go up to the hill. And at this time, it was no, comment on a dit, les stations.
There were no the stations.
Voilà, it was only cross of Germany, cross of Spain, and that's it. So we go slowly. It was
So no rosary
weather,
stations, yeah?
And then I was walking normally. And in my head, I say, okay, Mary, if something happened, we never know. So I arrived to the hill, and at this point, I start to cry like a fountain, you know. Wow, I say, what's going on? And I say, okay, Mary, you know my life. My mother, she's nearly to die. Please, if we can have some time with her, she doesn't feel bad, qu'elle ne souffre pas. And you do what you want with my life, because I cannot be known, because I'm too nervous to, I like the life. Maybe a bit fun, but I am difficult. So you do what you want. And then that's it. And we went home, we arrived in the evening, we go to the dinner with the guys, because it was so late. I want to pay the benzine. He said, no, please. So I said, okay, at least accept, we go to the restaurant.
Yeah.
And then I come back to Geneva, my home. And then a few days after, I go home to see my mothers, and she was nearly to die, because she died on the 3 November. So you can imagine, October, the first time in Medjugorje for 5 hours.
Wow.
So I arrive in my home in Besançon, and my mom was very bad. And I said, okay, now I'm going to stay there. I don't go to work anymore. I stay until the end. And we spent the 3 days, the 1st November, with my mother. She was very peaceful, no morphine, nothing. And we spent a really good night. And it was the first, she died on the first Saturday of the month. This is the Feast of Mary, the first Saturday. No? So everything can happen. And the thing that is important, I heard Medjugorje, the first time it was in September, you know, in the same year, September 90. First time I heard Medjugorje, because there was a festival of the brothers Jacquard, Raymond and Pierre Jacquard. This is like my uncle, but it's a friend of me. He was a priest. They look after the lepreux, you know, the lepreux, the young people,
leper people,
prostitution. Beautiful. Yeah. And then they invite some person, and they talk about Medjugorje. And it was the first time, 30 September. 16 September I was in Medjugorje, because when I heard that in September, I said, maybe one day I will go. You know, like, because I heard the situation, apparition, but I was not sure. And it's unbelievable. The first time, September 19, 16 September, I came to Medjugorje for a few hours and go back to my home and realize to Mary about my mother's happened. And then after that, we have at the house of my mother a picture of David Merci. And I saw this picture so many times. And one day, why not? I don't know why. I turn and I see there is a group of prayer in en masse. That's where I live. So I say I will go to see. And then I go there, and it was all people, they praying rosary, communion, and Eucharisty, and that's it. But I said, I'm going to do this here. And there was an old man, very nice man, and he said, okay, why? Come in inside. And then after I say, every first Saturday we do this rosary, Eucharisty, confessions. And he said, on a Tuesday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we have a rosary with all people, and after we have a coffee and cake. Please come into my home. I say, yes, why not? Because he's an old man, I will be pleasure with him, but that's it. And the first time I go to his house, you know, old people, he'd say, maybe you are wrong, it's not my place. He said, no, okay, come on. So we watch a DVD, we make the rosary, and after I was thinking, my mother, she was very
prayerful.
Yes. And every Tuesday, she was in a group at 2:30, make rosary with friends. So you know the situation? And it was like this old man and woman, was 5-6 person, no more. And it was like my parents, my family. So I go every Tuesday after, more and more and more. And I start to pray differently. You know, that sometimes my mother was ask me, when you coming with me to pray, I say, yes, mother, I put with your friend, I go to shopping, and I come back to take you. And I make one Ave Maria to be last week. I believe, but it was just in surface, you know, in outside. And with this group, start to be coming inside a little bit. And more, and the old man, it's called Mr. Humanine, I said, I want to go to Medjugorje. There was a bus, go to Medjugorje. I say, no, by bus you are crazy. You are 75, 6, it's too tiring for you. I go by air. No, I want to. So it was immediately I say, oh, I go with you. And then we go to Medjugorje again, 4 years after, in 1994 again. This time was in pelerinage. It was not like a tourist, you know. And at this period, it was in March, 25 March 1994. That's the date of my life. I am born in Huth.
You were born inside a reborn Christian. What happened?
In a hill.
Again, Apparition Hill?
No, in the Crucivac.
This time in Cross Mountain, yeah?
Yes, 11th station.
11th station. What happened?
It's too strong to tell you like this for everybody, you know.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
Something to do with the Eucharistic. And I was not a saint, you know. And I can receive all, you say, love from God in this
moment.
Yes.
I
and
can
it was
see
like
that.
a torrent, I don't know if it's English, torrent, water, you know.
Like a waterfall on you, kind
of. Me to say I love you.
Yeah.
Because I do not so many nice things in my life.
Yeah.
And I go to confession, but it was all inside, you know. I cannot go out. I say again. And in Medjugorje, I receive the peace inside, but my bad life before. And I receive really the love of God.
Wow.
So it was something about the Eucharistic. And I can say what you have to do in your life. Don't worry, God loves you like you are. But just open your eyes and your heart. You know? Unbelievable. And after this time, I came many times. Now it's about, I don't count, maybe 27 times I've come to Medjugorje.
Unbelievable.
And each time it's all different. And each time you meet some nice people, you feel like home. And if you are PDG, president, you are the waitress, anyone? No.
They're all the same. You want to see the boss of the company.
I don't know you. I meet you in a few minutes. We like if I know you from long time. I don't care if you are PDG, you are anything, you are rich, poor. I don't care. You know, this is in Medjugorje. You can feel the heart. You can feel the peace, and everybody is friendly. You're coming from everywhere in the world, and like a big family. So we don't want to go back home. I want to say
this is the future, I think.
This is the Montabor, you know.
Yeah, and this is the future as well of all societies.
We have to pray for that because it's possible. Because everybody, bad people, good people, everyone has to be child. We are child of Mary. These are our mothers. And when you have a family, you have father, mother, and you have a child, Mary. The mother, she looks after all one. One if she's a PDG, one is
like the boss of the company, one who is like the employee,
employee, or the one is
on the street,
in the prison.
Who is in the prison?
She loves them. There is no count. She loves maybe more the one is in prison than the one is PDG. But
the boss of the company.
You cannot get degree at love. You know, the love is immense. So
immense the love, sure.
She waits for the children. She waits for us. We have to be testimony. Des témoins. We have to be a testimony.
Testimony. We give testimony about Medjugorje.
The loves of Mary, and she doesn't make any difference. And Mary, she go to God because the way to go to God is to pass through Mary. Because Mary, she say yes. She doesn't say yes. There is no Jesus, and she say yes for everything. She doesn't know no things. She say yes. Okay, God, I am your servant. And what happened? And it was not a very beautiful life. No, she has a lot of pain.
Suffering,
you know. She has to go out from Egypt with the children. the massacre des innocents, and she had to go in the country, she was immigrant, come back, and on the cross, and so many things. And his song, Live to pray to everyone, and she stay at home, and she's just up. So the world will be better if we go to the heart of Mary to pray the rosary, exactly, and then to go to God, because this is the way to go to God. We have to pass through Mary to go to God. Like the children, when you have a problem, say you don't go to your father, say, oh, Father, no. Mary, do you know, can you ask that to Father? Don't worry, my baby. And after it's going. But if you go direct to God, sometimes you are afraid, so it's good to, Mama, please, can you ask that? I would like that. Can you do it? And that's it.
Beautiful.
This is, voilà.
Thank you for this beautiful.
Thank you to Mary, to meet you, to go to Radio Maria, to, voilà.
And what would you tell people who don't know about Medjugorje? Why should they come in one sentence?
Sorry?
What would you tell people who don't know Medjugorje? Why should they come?
Well, like we say, I like the little girl, Sainte Bernadette in Huth, say, I'm just going to tell you, I'm not going to comment je suis chargée de vous le dire, je suis pas chargée de vous le faire croire.
I'm destined to tell you about it, but I'm not destined, but not to make you believe. You have to come yourself.
But you have to come in like a saint, venez et voyez, like you know.
Come here and see.
And after your life change.
Okay.
I'm sure.
Your life will change.
It's impossible not life will change. And don't listen, say yes, it's true, it's not true. Mary, she has a blue hair, blue eyes, miraculous. Don't wait after miraculous, because we are a miracle. Nous sommes un miracle.
Exactly.
Nous sommes des chefs-d'œuvre.
Exactly.
Voilà.
Yeah.
If you come and you see, you don't listen the other one, just listen your heart and say, why not? I can say and go and I will check. That's it. You are your responsibility to come and see. And the rest doesn't interest anybody.
Exactly.
And don't come in to wait for something. Because me, when I came the first time, the second time, I don't wait for nothing. And the guys, it's called Regis, I was with him in the pèlerinage. He was a man, he wants to divorce, he doesn't want to go to anything, he doesn't believe. And he came in Medjugorje to be nice with his wife, because he's going to be separate. He go to Notre-Dame-du-Lot in France first, and then some people talking about Medjugorje in Notre-Dame-du-Lot.
So he came here?
And he said, okay, at least for last time, before I divorce, I go with you. And he was in Medjugorje, everybody was standing up. No, everybody was sur les genoux, comment on dit,
yeah. On the knees.
On the knees, and it was big guys, and standing up, and they said, it's nothing. And there was an apparition at this time in the chapel in the church. And I went one month, he fall on the knee, and he see all his life. And to be short, he come back to this home with his wife, doesn't divorce, and he said, we do what Mary should do. And he make a pèlerinage, and he said he was a driver in Lyon, you know. So he said, no, I'm going to Medjugorje with some people, but Mary, you have to tell me, I want to see your miracle. So he brings some people want to stop, some people want to stop alcohol, and something like that. So there is plenty miracle. And there is a Cenacolo where the young people with drugs, with alcohol, they don't believe, they have nothing. There is a small house called Cenacolo. Now there is plenty of Cenacolo in the world. Because Sœur Elvira, she started with Italy with three people with drugs. And with Mary, everything is possible.
Thank you for that beautiful interview.